Hello everybody, I'm here about a mile away from where a used car lot used to sit, where somebody used to sell motor vehicles with fraudulent mileage. They later decided to run for Hazel Township Constable. They're still a convicted felon when they ran for this position the first time. They needed to get what's called an expungement. Not like they didn't do it. They were still convicted felons. The state just lets them slide. Okay? Don't make a federal case out of it. His son became a Hazleton police detective. He was a cop. Now, in 2008, June to be exact, the water was shut off my residence for owing $134 to the water company. This person here, Dixon, Township Constable, Hazel Township Constable, was looking to condemn my house for not having water. Little did he know, I got in a car accident a few years before, and I had a $6,000 settlement waiting at the bank trying to clear. So I could pay that $134 water bill that I wasn't really afraid of. This gentleman, on June 13th, Friday to be exact, of 2008, Dixon, Hazel Township Constable, don't make a federal case out of it, decided to follow me while driving my motor vehicle. He was driving, I guess, a vehicle registered to his wife, green Mercury Marquis or Ford Crown Vic or so. But he followed me several miles away, and on SR State Route 93 in New Coxville, he decided to try to pass me and then smash into my motor vehicle, forcing me to the side of the road so he can serve me the fact that my water bill's late. I don't know what they were going to do. They were probably trying to make a federal case out of it or something. Don't make a federal case out of it. Calls Jamie up from his cell phone and says, "Jamie, I know it's out of your jurisdiction, but can you call down the barracks and send a trooper you know?" So for 4.5 hours I sat on the road side of that road calling Carbon County 911 from my cell phone. That was early in the morning. About 4 hours later, Officer Christopher Hill, who's a local boy, decides to show up and help his buddy Dixon, Township Constable, out, and writes the accident report up as if it happened about an eighth of a mile down the road at the intersection, when it didn't. But guess what? Don't make a federal case out of it. I got a fractured elbow and $2,000 worth of damage to my Ford Ranger. I wasn't ready to make a federal case out of it. I went to the bank, withdrew some money, went right to the water company and paid my $134 bill. I had to sue Mr. Dixon in county court. I wasn't ready to make a federal case out of it, but like they say, don't make a federal case out of it. Well, on the week of May 13th, 2013, my neighbors threatened to come over to my residence and clean my property up and bring along some hot guns if whatever they were doing didn't work, and made some terroristic threats. I reported it to the police. Well, they told me I was becoming a paper problem. Like, don't make a federal case out of it. Oh well. But this right here is a picture. It's also on amcfreek, which is my online handle, my screen name, or whatever you want to call it. But this picture right here is on the internet. There's a lovely Yamaha SRX snowmobile sitting on top of a trailer, parked next to a motorcycle, a Yamaha DT2. That's right, it was not a motocross bike, but actually one approved for highway use by the Department of Transportation by the federal government in 1972. The VIN number is DT1F119XXXX. The VIN number on that snowmobile, HAO 5775, with a couple other digits in there too. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to make a federal case out of it either. What I have to do is go pick them pictures up that just blew away. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Don't make a federal case out of it. We're back. Again, don't make a federal case out of it. This right here is what I awoke to on the morning of the 17th of May. Hazel Township's government trucks there, and they took a backhoe and they loaded those dump trucks with my Yamaha snowmobile, its titled trailer, and a DT2 250. When I was in the ambulance, we won't even go there. I had a heart attack. Trooper Fox was there to try to coerce me off my property. He told me, you might have a weapon, so we're not going to let the ambulance down to see, even though I'm having a heart attack. Again, don't make a federal case out of it. Why would I? These motor vehicles are valued. You can go check the blue book on that motorcycle there and see what one in fair condition brings with 2,000 miles on it. Same thing with the SRX snowmobile. I ain't making a federal case out of it yet. I go in front of Magistrate Dixon, whose father is Dan Dixon, Township Constable. Don't make a federal case out of it. But here is the magistrate's lovely t-shirt. Don't make a federal case out of it. Bunch of state crimes. The guy's a criminal. I'm dealing with that. He takes me in, even though I'm suing his father. I was suing the people that were destroying my property. The state police refused to arrest anybody that was taking my property on that day. Only arrest me at the hospital, take me in front of the other Dixon that's a magistrate, who 2 weeks prior files a motion to dismiss a court case in their favor from running into my motor vehicle. Excuse me, I got hurt, and they're trying to collect money from what? They just want to get out of this? Aren't I a protected witness under 42 U.S.C. 1983 and 42 U.S.C. 1985 because I have an open court case? I guess I got to make a federal case out of it then. 7.5 months later, I finally get out of jail. The Judiciary Conduct Committee comes in and tells them, hey, dissolving a government function. What government function? Under state law, Chapter 75 of the motor vehicle, you can't take a motor vehicle. An abandoned vehicle is considered by law property of the state, and they send somebody out there, that's a salver, to tow your vehicle into a holding facility that holds abandoned vehicles. They don't clean it up with a backhoe. But again, don't make a federal case out of it. Guess what? I had to make a federal case out of it. It's right here. Cost me $400. The number here is 3CV15-0970. My name's Anthony F. Kasarda. If while you're up there, you can look around the courthouse up there in Scranton for this lawsuit, which is a lot of typos, so you maybe want to correct it or make a federal case out of it, whatever one you want. You can also look up Kasarda v. Lokuta, which I struck out on that one, but it was a pretty decent court battle. Now, not to mention the attorney for the witness, his son was the DA's. And then they fire the public defender for screwing me for 7.5 months of my time in Luzerne County Correctional Facility, where they loot about 40 grand worth of my property. Again, they say don't make a federal case out of it, but sometimes you gotta. Thank you very much.